This is the first part of bobbin lacing a lampshade. A lampshade is three-dimensional, so the pattern has to be evolved carefully, and I'm showing how I've started with this, and then how I've started to lace it. As the technique of the lace, I'm working in the direction of a Russian lace, this is going to be a big adventure for me, and hope you have fun. Hello, my name is Uli Beisi. I'm a contemporary lace maker and I'm happy to welcome you here. For this time I'm gonna make a lampshade. Again, yes. The last video was about experimenting how a lampshade could work. So I used some lace. Well, actually it was a doily out of my stack. It was linen, and linen inside as a fabric and outside a linen thread. I used a bit of a bottle to make it as a mold, and that is the size actually I want to do today as well. Last time I just wiggled the lace around and hoped that it was working, and it didn't. Well, that's how life is. So this time I want to make a lace especially for this. And because it's three-dimensional, I have the problem, how can I make it? If you remember the flower pots I've shown last time, which I've made, how long is it here? It was 2010 or something around this. I have built me a mold with styrofoam and felt and fabric, and then I went around. I didn't want to do this time, so I have to find another way of doing it. So how can I do it? Because I want to work flat. First I thought I'm going to make the bottom, and then I'm going to go down to one side and then around. And I decided then differently. So I'm going to do this part here, the part of the bottom which belongs to one side, and then this I'm working flat. When I've done this, I'm down here. I start here, I'm going down here, and I'm going to the side, and I will go up, and then I have to connect this. Because this one is going straight up as well, but I have to connect it to the side. So I have put my pattern on a bit of fabric, and I will stick with pins the sides on this fabric so that I can move it, and can move it to the place where it needs to go, and hopefully that will work. I'm not sure, but well, I have to find out. Yeah. Then the next thing is, I have now the form, I have thought about the technique, how I want to do it, and the next thing is, what kind of lace am I going to do? I don't want to work the lace in the form that I'm working on it for the next year, so I have to think about how I can do it and how do I like it. That's the most important thing. If I don't like it, that's not good. So, how do I like it? I thought then about something which is tempting me for a long time. I have a book which came out 25 years ago. Hold on. Okay. This is the book. It's called Klöppelspitzen aus Vologda, Bobbin Lace from Vologda. I think that's Russia, but I'm not sure. It's from Valentina Ketchemaikina and Regine Dendel, and it's really a great book because it explains how this kind of lace is being done. Of course, I'm not doing it by the book as usual. I try to adapt it to what I need. So. The thing is, the lace is made in a band, in a plate. I will show you some. So here you can see. This is, for example, it's. That's what catching the eye is, the plate, and then there's this fine ground filling the spaces in between the plates. So this is what I want to do. The grounds, the plates are a few pair of bobbins. I think they have 8 pairs or so, or 7. I don't know. I think it probably depends. And then they are working quite often with the contour thread, which I will also do. And I am using my embroidery thread and 2 pairs of contour thread. They are worked. I don't know the English name. It's like a tanne. I think it means it's like a Christmas tree. And this is this is here. And you see it's not fully laced in, it's going over and under. It looks really nice. I'm working my plate, my band in light blue, and this is golden. So this is quite nice, and I'm enjoying doing it. And then I need to fill the spaces in between. And the spaces in between the grounds are, I think for me, a really great and easy and very special method. It's just done with 2 pairs. The 2 pairs are doing all the grounds. Can you see here? All the little grounds are just done with 2 pairs, going from wherever to ever. So that's a technique I find really intriguing. I made scarves. Hold on. Scarves 10 years ago, and I was so intrigued with this technique. I made these flowers. I cheated a bit because I didn't take only 2. I did take 4 pairs because I went then to one side and to the other side, so made it a bit easier. But that's how it was done, and I really enjoyed. I still love this scarf, and I really enjoyed making these flowers. And I always thought I want to do something with it, but it was never the time for it, and I didn't have the project. Now I have a project and I want to try it. Because it's only one thread, it's really complicated to go through. In the patterns here, there are big sheets of patterns going with it. You see, it's something like this is a part of a pattern, and come on. Okay. Here, for example, are some grounds, and you can see it can be square, it can be round, it can be very different. For making these, you need directions to where to go. You see here some numbers, and that's for this how you have to follow with the thread to get all the bits you have to do. So I think that's really marvelous. Yeah, loads of numbers, and all these numbers are telling you the way how to go. There's a different ground, you see here, that's this one here, and it tells you how you have to follow the way to make it. So, because I'm not experienced enough, I've drawn only a few figures in, and I thought I will best work it out by doing. It could go wrong, but well, I have a try. You see here now the form which I use for for my pattern for the first side of the lamp. On the top you see a square with a blue triangle. The blue triangle is the part of the bottom which belongs to the first side. So I'm going to lace this now, and then going down to the first side. And of course I've started with drawing the bottom first, and try to make there a pattern. So here is the bottom of the lampshade, and I have made quarters, and now I'm drawing the triangles. And then I've drawn two circles. The circle I need, that's inside of the first circle, is going to be empty. That's where the bulb is fitting it, where it's going to be connected to the lampshade. So the outer circle is the one. This is actually the first band plate going there to hold then the bulb. I'm trying here to make some circles with the first attempt of a pattern, which well, the circles I'm connecting here, and trying to make some bands, some plates to make a pattern out of it. The width of the bands are 6 millimeters, and now you see me drawing, filling the way of the band, and I was not really impressed with this. I start here with the with my first attempt. I thought that I have to make the inner circle, the whole circle a bit stronger. So I created a button like this, that it's going to be partly double laced. And you see here, that's the way it's going, and that would be the start. I have a centerpiece, a big ornamental bit that you see this here, something like this. I thought that I needed a centerpiece, and to put this in, and from there on I can better create a pattern. And this is based on the technique of the ground, and it's all going to be made by 2 pairs. You see it here, it's now I copied it and put it into the pattern, and then I've drawn by hand a line around this centerpiece, and now I'm redrawing it in a way that it looks right, it is usable. So that's what I'm doing here right now. So I have these little squares which are 6 millimeters wide, which are telling me how wide the lines are. Here you see my hand drawing, and I'm just following it, and in the middle is the centerpiece. I'm using, with the help of circles and ovals, I'm trying to make a good shape form for the band, for the plate, and you see it's working quite alright. I'm using a program which is called Inkscape. It's a program for free, and I have used it for the first time, and I'm quite happy with it. It's a vector program, so it's for making graphic. So this is working quite well for this kind of job. And here I'm nearly finished, and with the last bits, and I am then just tidying the last bits up. That's where the band, the plate, is going over the first circle. Here is the full pattern, and now I'm working at this centerpiece, making it more nice, so a bit more rounded, that it looks nicer. And in a minute I will put some picots in there to make it more workable and interesting. So here it looks much better, and here's the first picot, and then I'm just going over and inserting it everywhere. Then you see this kind of stars, flowers, however you will call it, of the centerpiece. I'm going to copy these and put this into the pattern to make it to fill this as a ground in, and the rest I will leave free. Then this I will lace as it comes. I don't understand all the mechanics of this kind of groundwork in the moment. I will learn this by doing. So here is this kind of stars which I've copied, and there's the first one I'm putting in, and just trying to fill the space with these to make the pattern more interesting, eye-catching. How these are going to be made I will show in the next video, that you can see how these are made, and then you can also see how I'm coping with this kind of lace, and doing then the ground. Yeah, you see there are quite a lot. This is the full pattern now. There are a few bits still missing. Here I've controlled the way how everything could work together of these little flowers, and now I've inserted the last bit. I'm saved it, and you see that's the full side, first side, which I will do. Here I'm drawing a square to the right, which will be the fourth side, and the square on the left will be the second side. You see, when I'm following these circles, I will go to the next one over, but before drawing a pattern there, I need to lace the first side, that I can learn out of my experience how this has worked. So here I'm starting with the lace. I'm using machine embroidery thread, one of my favorite threads. I'm using 8 plus a running pair, and also 2 pairs as a contour thread. The contour thread is a different thread. It's a bit thicker. I don't know what it is. It's a thread I've inherited. I can't really say what it is. On the bobbins there is nothing marked, so I'm just using it. And the gold is going very well with this blue turquoise, and I think it's quite enriching. So this is the start, and in a few seconds you will see how far I'm right now. I'm nearly finished with this band, this plate on the first side, and then I will soonish start with the ground. So I will definitely have some problems, but I'm sure I will work it out. I hope you enjoyed this one so far, and love to see a second part of it, to see how I'm going on with it, and hope you enjoy your time. That was during the filming, and now this is nearly finished. You see the free centerpiece and the flowers, and I'm nearly on the right side. I'm nearly finished, and will then start with the ground. I wish you a good time, enjoy life, enjoy your holidays, and I wish you good time with lace. Bye bye.